Okay.
which you are supposed to go through, prepare your response, and submit. I know that they should have been done a long time ago, but because we didn't have that set up early, I've given you enough time. I've given you 2 clear weeks to attend to that. In fact, I upload the questions for week 2 and week 3 as well. So you have 2 weeks to respond to that, to submit those questions. Right.
Madam,
Yeah.
I'm on the page, but what is have you titled it as an assignment or is it under the understanding data discussion?
So week 1, we have introduction to business intelligence. Then we have resource materials. Then we have a tutorial, YouTube link to go and watch a tutorial about the topic, a brief one. Then we have forum discussion. Then we have week 1, reflection assessment. So that is going to be the naming convention for all the assessments you'll have to do. Understood. Can you find it?
No, I'm only saying the understanding data discussion and also the tutorial data type.
Really?
Yes. I don't think you've made it visible for us to see. I'm
Give me
only
a
seeing
second.
with 1, introduction to business intelligence, with 2, types of data in business intelligence, and data types, lecture notes, tutorials, data types, and understanding data discussion.
You can see it.
Yes.
Can you see it now?
Let me refresh my page.
Sure.
Get to class link, introduction to business intelligence. Also overview discussion. No, madam, it's still not there.
It's still not there. Okay, let's do it into our time. I'll fix that and then you have it by end of day today.
Is there? Is there, madam?
Is there? Okay.
Yeah, it's there.
So right now you have content in there. You have lecture notes to review. You have links to some resources I want you to engage with, as well as discussion forums you are supposed to also engage with. So you are going to post a reply, then you reply, you go to your colleagues' posts, and then you post at least 2 comments on 2 different people's, a comment on 2 different colleagues' submission or interaction. All right. So I've done week 1 and 2. I'll be working on week 3 and 4. So by the close of this weekend, by Monday, you have up to week 5. Is that okay?
Yes. Madam, you said that week 2 also there is a tax.
Week 2, I think you have a forum discussion and not a reflection assignment yet.
Okay. So are we supposed to do something in the forum discussion? Are we supposed to introduce ourselves or write anything?
No interest. I mean, your data is there, so when you post your comments, we can see who you are.
Okay. So right now,
right now, what you have to do is to review the content in there. When you get to the forum discussion, you review the content and then let me know your thoughts. You place your thoughts in there and then respond to 2 other colleagues' thoughts. So let's say I'm asking you maybe how you can integrate business intelligence into an industry, right?
yeah.
So someone can say that I can do that by maybe gathering data, right? Maybe that is my response that I've given. So what you have to do is also respond to it, how you think we can integrate BI into an organization or industry organization. Then you go on, once you make that post, you'll be able to see other colleagues who have also made a post, right? It's just like commenting on other people's
Social media, yeah.
Social media comments, right? Replying to other people's social media comments. So first you comment, and then secondly, you reply to at least 2 of your friends' comments. Is that clear? Is that understood? Is that okay?
Madam, it's okay, but for the week 1, I believe what you are saying is under the week 1, the reflection.
Exactly. I am yet to complete for week 2. So week 1, you have the forum discussion, and then you have the assignment for week 1, right?
Yes.
Then week 2, you only have the forum discussion for now. Is that okay?
For week 2.
You know what? This is going to eat into our time.
Okay,
Let's do
madam.
what we are supposed to do today, and then when we are done, we can get back to this. Else we'll be going back and forth, and
Okay, madam.
it'll get into our way. All right. So I want to welcome you all back once again to this week's class, where we are going to try our hands on data entry, data management in Excel. Right, so last week we did the overview where we're looking at the interface. Right, so today what we'll do is to look into how we can actually get started in Excel. Like we can enter data, manage data, analyze if we have the time. Right, in Excel in real life. Last week we were looking at the interface on a slide presentation. This week we are going to do it live on the desktop. So I'll go ahead and share my screen, and then we can get started. Yeah, I think I'll share my entire screen. Okay. So currently, give me a second. I don't know why this thing keeps. You know what? Give me a second. I don't know why my taskbar. Let me set it. Give me a second. I'm trying to get my taskbar stable so that I can move about freely. Okay. So misbehaving. I hope it doesn't. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen again. I hope you can see my screen this time around. Why am I not getting this?
Not yet.
Yeah, we
Not
can see
yet.
it. We can see
Yeah,
it.
yeah, we can see it now.
Okay, all right. Yes, I'm going to put some data and I'll show you how to take out some items. to review the resource link. It's the resource I shared with you yesterday. Hello.
Hello, madam.
Yeah.
Madam, you're saying something?
Yes. Say if you had a chance to review. Can you hear me?
Yes, we
Yes,
can hear
madam,
you.
she can hear you.
Okay. I'm asking if you had the chance to what do you call it? Review the link I sent you yesterday, last week. The Excel link that I sent you, it had a resource where you could get started with Excel, the interface and all that. Do you get a chance to review this? Hello.
You couldn't hear me.
Hello.
Yes, I know you guys can hear me. I need a response.
You couldn't finish it.
Is that to say that you guys didn't review that resource? Hey, come on for. I know what do you call it? Distance education is hard. Like it's hard when you are combining work, family, other commitments and studies. It's really hard, but you have to make that effort. You have to make that put in that little effort to learn. I mean, review resources that have been shared with you. Okay, so can you guys see my screen now?
Yes, madam.
Yes, please.
What do you see?
You open.
You see icons.
Okay, cool. All right, so we're in the right place. Sure. So last week we were looking at how to get Excel, and one of the simplest way is when it is installed on your desktop or you have the desktop app, right? So the quickest way to get that done is to go into your settings, I mean your home, and then search for Excel, right? So you can see that these are some of the apps that I have in place. I'm going to search for Excel, right? And when I search Excel, it's going to pull up all the files that I recently worked with. Then I hit enter, I hit open. It's going to open my Excel file for me. This is small. Let me open it wide. Okay. All right. So as you can see, the recent files that I've worked with are over here, and then we have a blank space over here. So that is what we are going to work with. We click on blank, and then it opens the interface for us. Now we can work in Excel. So if you have the chance to review the resources I shared with you last week, you should be familiar with this interface. So last week we were looking at the home tab, the ribbons on the home tab, the sheet itself, and then the various sheets we can have in Excel. We looked at the columns, all the various columns we have. It's plenty. I mean, when you get to Z, you can continue to infinity. I mean, it's quite a lot. Not infinity, but yeah, it's a lot. Then you have the rows, right? So each row over here is giving you like a record and information about an item, right? So today we are going to build a tiny little procurement data sets, right? We are going to do them manually. Then we cover data validation, data organization, and stuff in Excel, right? So basically, we are going to be cleaning if we have any error in there. And then to avoid errors, right, we are going to validate our data so that we reduce the errors that data comes with. Okay. So by the end of today's session, I want us to achieve mastery, right, in data entry in Excel. I want us to be comfortable entering data in Excel. I want us to be able to organize data in a structured tabular formats, right? Data organized in Excel is an example of a structured data. Remember when we were covering data types, we mentioned structured data and unstructured data, right? So structured data is data that has been organized in rows and columns like we're about to do. And then we have the unstructured data like emails, texts, images, and videos and stuff. Email in a way could be a semi structured data because you have maybe an email that came with information in a tabular form, right? So that information is organized in a way, whilst the text is not. So it makes it semi-structured. But today I'm going to look at structured data, right? Right. So to do that, we will be creating or entering a sample small data in Excel, right? And when you are entering data in Excel, your data should have headers so that you know what you are working with, right? So right now we have our blank sheets opened and we are going to enter the header of our data in. Someone has their microphone on and is giving us this feedback. Can you kindly mute? Okay. Yes, Kejo, do you want to say something?
No, madam, sorry.
Okay. So right now we have a clear blank sheet where we are going to be entering our data set. So let's say we want to enter data to track supplies, products, and stuff like that. So in our rows, the first row will dedicate this to the supplier, right? So let's give this supplier. So you can see it written over here, right? You can equally write it here and then it will appear here based on where you are in the spreadsheet. So if I move to the second tab and I want to dedicate this one to products, you can see that I am typing in over here. My cursor is in the taskbar, but it is appearing in column B because that is the active cell. That is the cell that I've selected. So you have the option to either type it here or here. You arrive at the same destination. Okay. Then the next column, we want to dedicate it to quantity. Right. Then we move on to the next. We can call this unit price. And then this one, we'll call it delivery delivery dates. And then in the next cell, let's say this is region. Okay. Now, what can you, what's a little observation about this data entry that we've just made?
Madam, some of the words are hiding.
Okay, really? Some of them are hiding, like?
Yeah, that is the delivery date.
Okay, delivery date is hiding. Okay. Okay, yeah, that's correct. So you notice that when you hit the cursor bar, you can't see all the values, all the letters in there. So when you look up here, you know it's delivery dates, right? If you want everything to be clearly seen, you are going to put your cursor between E and F, the line between E and F, right? When you double click, it's going to fix it, and then you can see it clearly. Your problem is solved. Okay. So just like we can format data in or text in Word, we can actually format data in Excel as well. When you hit row 1, it selects everything on that row. That means whatever format you apply to this, right now we have data in, or we have items in column 1, sorry, column A, column B, column C, up to column F, right? We don't have anything in column G. So if we select with the row 1 highlighted and we apply some formatting to it, let's see how that will affect new values that will bring in here. So let's say we want to bolden this. We are going to hit B or Control B, is the same thing. And then we want to center align it. So you move on to the alignment and maybe check the center alignment. Right. Maybe you want to increase the font. So maybe let's increase it from 11 to maybe 12, right? And then again, you can see that the items are eating into other rows. You can do that by adjusting it, by placing the cursor between the two overlapping columns, and you're good to go. Okay. So we have formatted our data sets and we want to enter some data, right? So after this week's class, I'll leave you with a data set that you can enter manually at your own convenience and then submit it. Is that all right?
That's fine.
Okay, so under supplier, let's name this supplier maybe Aquaba Supplies. Yeah. Aquaba Supplies Limited. Oh, let's see. And then for the next one, let's say Greenfield Traders. Then we can call these Coastal Stationery Enterprise. Let's use ENT. Right. Then let's call this Northern Logistics. So this is like a typical work of data entry or data collection. Remember the components of BI when we last, I think in our first week, we're talking about components of data starting from data collection. right? So right now we are trying to collect data. So let's say this is the list of suppliers that you have, okay? So let's name this Volta Prime Ventures. And then let's make this Kumasi Industrial Supplies. Then we can call this maybe Eastern Office Max. Then probably let's call this Savannah. Savannah Wholesale Centers. Wholesale Center. Then can call this Gold Coast Procurement Services. Then you can call this Metro Tech. Metro Tech Distributors. Then let's say this one is Advance Business Solutions. Then Blue River Supplies. Then maybe let's call this Elite Procurement Ghana. Then let's call the Sunrise Ventures. Then maybe Prime Source GH. Then maybe Zenith Trading Corporation or company or something. Then what else can we have? How many do we have so far? We have 17 rows. Minus our headers, that means we have 16. Okay, so let's see if we can push it up to maybe 20, right?
Okay.
So let's call this unity supply chain. Then we can call this Falcon Procurement House. Okay, so you can see that line 19, right? Row 19 has eaten from A, B, C, is now in C. When you hit on C, you're not going to see anything because that is not where it lives. It lives in A. When you hit A, you're actually going to get the option to now edit or do whatever you want to do with that data. Okay, then the last one, let's call this supreme pageants. Okay. So we have our supplies in sets. Let's go to the products. Let's see what products they supply. So Aquaba, we can give this one office chairs. Then we can give this printer supply. So let's give this one printer paper box or printers or A4 sheets. Or what do you say? That's for printer paper. Printer paper boxes. Then we can call this one can give us 10 packs. The Northern can give us desk. Then Volta Prime, let's say they sell laptop bags. Then we have this one, let's give it toner. Toner. And then we have let's give this one filing cabinets. Then for Gold Coast, what should we give it? Let's say staplers.
Madam, please, you've excluded 15 of this
The
month.
Metro Tech can give them.
Hello, madam.
Yeah, hello.
Included
Hello.
16 office mat.
Come again.
16 office mat.
16
Supply.
office. Okay,
Yeah.
there's nothing. Okay, what should we give that?
We should give them computers.
Computers. Okay. Desktop or laptop?
Laptop computers.
Laptop. So you can see that as I type laptop, bag has appeared because I have something like that. So Excel is trying to help me be more efficient. So it's trying to give me options. If that is what I want, when I hit enter, that is going to happen. But that is not what I want. So I'm actually going to clear that. We just want the laptop, right? Okay. So where were we? Okay, Adanse, let's give them accessories. Okay, let's give them accessories. Then Blue River, we can give them. What should we give Blue River? Oh, I think okay. Blue River. You said what? What should we give them? Yeah, from so what?
Madam, Gold Coast, what did we put there? Gold Coast.
So we give them staplers. Blue River, let's give them projectors. Then Elite Procurement, you can give them swivel chairs. Swivel chairs. Then Sunrise benches. What should we give them? Let's give them office, let's say extension cords. Extension cords. Then prime source. Prime source, let's give them something like, what other stationery can we think of? Pen drives. Pen drives, okay. Pen drives. Internet trading. Let's give them internet trading. What can we give them? Let's give them flip charts. Charts, books, notebooks. AC, okay, let's give them ACs. ACs as in air conditions. Then Unity supplies. Let's give them water dispenser or something. Water dispenser. And then Falcon, let's give them keyboard. Then, we done at all. Supreme merchants, let's give them notebooks. Right. Let's say notebooks in cartons. So yeah, notebooks is fine. Okay, so we have that out of the way. Let's go to quantity. Right, so office shares, let's say this is 15. Then we can give this 30. We can give 10, maybe 50. We can give desks, maybe 10. Then laptop bags, let's say 20. Then toner cartridges. Let's say 18. Then laptops, we can give it 7. Filing cabinets, we can say 8. Then staplers, let's say 22. Desktop computers, let's say 10. And then accessories. Let's give it 12. Projectors, we can say 3 or 5. Swivel chairs, we can say 20. Extension cords, we can say 23. Pen drives, let's say 100. AC 5. Water dispensers, let's say 4. Keyboard, let's say 12. Then notebooks, let's say 35. Okay. Then let's go to the unit price. So let's say we can give unit price of an office chair. Let's call this 500. Then printer pack, let's call this 120. Pens, pen pack, we can say 25. A pack goes for 25. And then desk, let's say 1,100. And then laptop bags, we can say 300. Toner cartridges, maybe 300. Filing, no, laptop, let's give it 8,000. Or what do you say? Filing cabinet, you can say 950. say plus unit price, let's say 45 cedis. Desktop computer, let's say 4,000. What else? Accessories. Okay, that's where we have a problem. So there are so many accessories and their prices. So let's find something defining. What stationery can we put in place of accessories?
Whiteboard.
What?
Whiteboard.
What? Whiteboard, okay. Whiteboard.
Marker.
Then unit price, what do we call this? How much do we, let's say 100 cedis. Projectors. How much do you guys buy projectors?
15 be okay.
15.
50, 50.
50 cedis for projector.
The price,
Yes.
So, 5,000. 5,000 will be okay.
5,000 then.
Yes.
Okay, 5,000. Then swivel chair. Oh, we have office chair, we have swivel chair. Okay, no problem. Swivel chair. Okay. I think we can put another column. Let's finish with this. We can put another column. So swivel chair, we can call this maybe 900. Extension cord, let's say 30 cedis. Pen drives, 25. AC, maybe 3,000. Water dispenser, maybe 1,800. Keyboard, maybe 400. And then notebook, let's say 20 cedis. Okay. Okay, then delivery dates. Let's say Akpaba. They delivered on 505-2025. Then this one we can say 705-2025. Then coastal stationery, we can say 9 May.
Hello, madam. Hello. Madam.
Yes, I can hear you.
Please, your date for Greenfield is 2055.
Okay, that is some of the errors that happen in data collection. 2025. Okay, cool. Thank you. And then let's move on to Northern. So we have, let's say 10/05/2025, right? Then laptop bag, let's say maybe 12-2025. Then we can say this one is maybe 10-4-2025. Then Eastern, we can say 15 -05 2025. Then Savannah, let's say 15-05 2020. Then Gold Coast, we can say, but we didn't name, and say 13-05 2025. Then for Metro Tech, we can say 2005. That's 17.
Madam, the Gold Coast, the 2025 is 205.
Okay. So you can say 21-05 2025. Low rate of, say, 22-05 2025. Okay. Then elite procurement. Elite procurement, let's say 24th. Sunrise, we can say 24th still. Prime, we can say 26th. Then Zenith, let's say 27th. Unity, let's call this 28. Falcon, so 28. Then maybe 30 for this. Okay. So we've entered the dates, right? Then we are left with region. But you know what? Maybe I want to reduce the number of errors that I make, right? So I'm going to highlight up to this point. In fact, you can highlight the whole thing, but let's keep it as where our data ends. So let's highlight this. And then we go to data at the top, right? So we have, ignore this and a software that I opened a document in and it messed up my platform. Okay, so we have from row 2 to row 20 selected. I want to ensure that whatever entry that is being made is accurate, is consistent with no errors. Because I realized with the data I was making so many errors. I want to reduce that. Therefore, I want to validate the data type, the data that will enter into those columns to ensure they are consistent with what I'm looking out for. So I'll go to data, right? Then when you come to data, I'm going to see a lot of things here, right? So here you can add data from other sources. You can connect it to an existing source. You can do a whole lot of things from a table, from a recent source. You can refresh. You can sort your data. Let's say I want to sort the date from the latest to the earliest, from the earliest to the farthest. You can do that. Maybe I want to sort it from in an ascending order or descending order, you can do that. So from Z to A is descending order, A to Z is ascending order. You can also filter it. Maybe I want to see all the items that were delivered on maybe 15th May, right? You can filter it to see only that. And then you can break it from text to column. If you have a text data that you bring into into Excel, you can separate them. But what I want to do is to validate my data. So I'm going to choose data validation, right? So I'm going to click data validation. So it's going to open a window for me. Can you see the window?
Yes, madam.
I'm going to allow the input message, right? What I want to happen. So let's say this is for region. And the message that's, the input that I want to allow is maybe Greater Accra. Volta, Eastern, Savannah. What else? What other region do we have? Maybe Bono, Ashanti stuff. Ashanti, Bono. What else? Northern, we had Northern. Then maybe Central. Okay. So this is the items that I want to enter, right? Then let's go to error message. So when someone enters that's, give me a second. Let me paste that. So for the region, come to data validation, select data validation. It's going to open a window for you. So the title is region, right? All right. No, we can read. You know what? Let's reserve that for time. So you realize the format I applied to column A to column F is still taking effect on G. Right. So let's say Akwaba is Greater Accra. Greenfield, maybe Ashanti. Coastal Pen, let's say Central. Then Volta, obviously Volta region. What else? No, this one should be Northern instead. Northern Desk. I'm just going to paste it over it. And then Volta over here. Ashanti, Kumasi is Ashanti region. Then Eastern. Then Savannah. Gold Coast. Gold Coast is Greater Accra. And
Cape Coast.
Gold Coast, Cape Coast, or Western.
Western, Central, right?
Central. Okay, let's use Central. Central. The Metro Tech, let's give it Greater Accra. Adanse kwa wahe.
Ashanti.
Ashanti, okay. Then Blue River. Let's give it Volta.
Volta.
Volta is blue. Elite procurement. Let's give that to Greater Accra. Sunrise, maybe Greater Accra. Prime Solutions, Greater Accra. Zenith, Greater. Unity, Greater. Falcon, let's say. Bono, we're not giving Bono. Let's give no one. Supreme. Have we served everyone? Okay, maybe I want the same thing over here. So I just, okay. Let's say I want to paste the same Bono or the same item over here. I want the same thing replicated over here. So what I'll do is, you can see the cell selected. You can see a tiny little box over there. When you take the cursor around it, it changes from the plus icon to a dark, golden, slim plus icon. So when you drag it down, it's going to fill in the item below with the item on top of it. So that is how you can actually accelerate your data entry process. Okay. So let's come here. We can shift it and then we can see how. When we shift it, we can now see the region clearly written. Okay, so let's come to time. And then let's say we want to validate it. So we come to setting and then we want to say this is time, right? The value that should be entered should be time. So it's anywhere between 8 o'clock to maybe 5 p.m., right? That's our working hours. Okay. The end time must be greater than or equal to the start time. Okay. Oh, I need to make some changes in there. Okay. So let's say time. Let's call this time. And then input message, you can say, please enter a valid working hour. Okay. Okay, so you can see that it says there's it's already giving you a warning. So you can't enter maybe a time outside working hours. Okay, let's even modify it more. So an error alert, what should it do? Should it stop warning or it should give it information? It should stop automatically. So let's leave it as stop. So they are not able to select the time that is, they're not able to move forward. Okay, so what time should we give to this? Maybe 11? 11. So this value doesn't match the data validation restriction defined for this circle. All right. So you realize that we enter a data and I'm thinking the time that they gave is quite different. So you can click to learn more about it. All right. So that is how data validation works. It's going to reject anything that is not within the set time. So let's see if this works. I didn't take notice of the time. Let me take notice of it again.
Eight will work.
Come again.
From 8.
Okay, did we specify? Okay, 8 a.m.
Yes, madam.
Okay, and I gave 11. So let's make this 5 and then change this to p.m.
Okay.
That is why the 11 didn't work. Okay. Okay, so let's see, this is 11. Eleven 00 00, or let's say 11 a.m. It falls within the time frame that was set. We have 11 a.m. and 11 p.m. So I'm sure Excel didn't know which one we're referring to. If it is 11 p.m., then it will reject it because it is outside working hours, right? So let's give this 9 a.m. Let me see if I can use a shortcut instead. Let's see if this was. So this is how data validation works. It will not allow you to move past data what is not defined in there. So let's see. So why is it between? Oh, okay. We have 5 there. So let's try 9 a.m. We're hoping that's it. Okay, good. Yeah, so this is working as it should. So let's just give those random numbers, say 8. Okay, let's say a.m. 8 a.m. 4 p.m. check those again. Okay.
Madam. Hello, madam. Okay.
Hello. We are going to apply changes to the other cells. So it's going to accept any time between 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Let's click on OK. And I believe this time around we'll be able to pass, let's say 10. Then 1. This one can be 11 still. Let me see without the ignorance. Okay, it's not going to accept. 11 a.m. So you realize that with the validation that we had in place, it's not allowing us to enter a data point which doesn't fall within the criteria we have set. So if I should enter something like 6 p.m., it's going to reject it because it doesn't match the restriction that was defined, right? So that's how you avoid having errors in your data sets. Okay, let's do this. 8 a.m. 9 or 10 or 2 p.m. maybe 11 a.m. 10 a.m. 10 a.m. It's ready to shout. 10 a.m. Let's see if I can drag and get the same number over here. So Excel, when you drag the number, if it's a text, it's going to repeat the number like we did for Bruno. But if it's a number, it's going to increase the value. So we started from 10 when we dragged it to give us 11, 12, and 1. At least it has accelerated our data entry process if that is what you want, right? If that is not what you want, then you have to update it manually. So let's say we have 12 p.m. Is that it? Okay, yes. Right. So we have entered a few data points over here. So what this basically means is that when you take row 2, it means row 2 is giving you a record of just one supplier, right? It's giving you a record of Aquaba Supplies Limited. So it's telling you that the product that was delivered is office chairs, the quantity is 15, the unit price is 500, delivery date is paid 5/5/25, Greater Accra, and then the time was 11 a.m. Okay, so now we have our data sets, but let's just look through it. What do you see in this data sets? Anything that stands out to you? Anything that has caught your attention? Any observation?
The dates, they are all not in uniform.
Okay. Yes, so you can see that the date is not uniform. Some is shifting to the left, to the right. Everything is a mess. So to clean that, we are going to highlight. Let's start from the top. Okay, yes. So line 2, we are going to highlight all this. And then we go to home. We are going to format. No, let's actually use the right arrow, right click, right? So let's right click, and then it's going to give you options. So let me take that again. With the row selected, right? The item selected, you will right click, and then it's going to give you the options. Either you want to cut and paste it elsewhere, you want to copy and paste it elsewhere, want to look into it, insert into something, delete, clear, quick analysis, filter, or you have the options to do all this. What we want to do is that we want to standardize the date. So we are going to click on format cells, and then it's going to open a new window for us. And we want to tell it that this is a date, right? So right now it gives you the option to choose the kind of date you want. So here it's going to give you the same numbers. I don't like the numbers because I can't tell which is month and which is day. Because in some parts we use day, month, year, others use month, year. I don't want to memorize that into my head. So I'll go in for something defining, maybe something like how we would typically write dates in Ghana. Maybe let's go for this 14th March. And then we click on OK. So you can see that these first ones have been accepted, but I want everything to be standardized. Currently set to my data is set to United Kingdom and US. Let's set it back to UK and then let's see. It's still not giving what it's supposed to give. Let's see. Dates. Let's try full dates. Wow. What could be the reason? That's supposed to work. Let's try. Let's try and use a number format. Let's see. That would give us more options. It's actually dates. Let's try custom. Okay. So which one should we go for? Day, month, and year, right?
Yeah, date, month.
Yes.
Yeah.
Date, month, and year. Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Why is this? Why is this being stubborn academic? It's supposed to affect everything.
Oh, madam, is it because we have not aligned them together?
No, I don't think so.
Can it be a factor?
See between the numbers and then the text.
Hello, madam.
Yes.
Please,
What's the
can
difference?
the alignment be a factor?
I'm first of all asking a question. That's what's the difference between the items in text and the items in numbers?
Yeah, they are all the test is on your left hand side, and then the date, which is the numbers. I mean, the numbers is also on your left hand side.
Yes, that's correct. So Excel, it's automatically aligns all text values to the left, and then number values to the right. So I don't know why this has been aligned. Okay, let's try to see if we can align it to the left, and then let's hope. Let's see if that will solve our problem.
I tried
So
that, it didn't
let's
work.
go. It didn't work.
Yeah,
Custom date one here. So why this thing is behaving that way? But it's supposed to take effect just like this, right? We'll find it. So I'll come back to this. I'll troubleshoot and come back to this.
My own is
Okay.
aligned though. My own is
Yours is
affected.
aligned.
No, it
Yes,
will
it's
align,
affected.
but to get the uniform date, that is the problem.
That's the problem. Okay, I'll troubleshoot and find it.
Come
Come
again.
again.
Okay. I have the uniform date. My own has uniform all of them.
Wow.
At the right.
Wow.
At the right hand side.
Yes, I
Yes,
just
that's what
okay.
it's supposed to do.
I don't know if it's because I'm using a tablet because I see the format and it gives me the option
You
numbers
selected. Yeah.
aligned, my borders, my font, how I want it. So
Did
I
you
just
choose numbers
highlighted
or
it.
you chose dates?
Yes, I just highlighted it and then I selected the format of the date. And
Yes,
then
that's exactly what it's supposed to do. Let's see. Day, month, year.
Mine is actually working without the name of the month. It's only working with only the numbers.
Yes, the month is not selected. Only the numbers.
Yes, mine is only working with the numbers.
Why is only the numbers? What do you mean? Does it mean that you have the day and the year and you don't have month?
Yes, so I tried by using only the numbers like 0505 2025, not 5 May 20 dash 25.
Okay, let's try another
I
option.
don't know if you
Let's try another option. Let's try another option. Let's see if we can do. They are all in 2025. So let's see if we can do day and month. Wow, it's still not affecting this. Such a bummer. Okay, I'll troubleshoot. I'll find solutions to this and get back to this. Right. Okay, so aside that,
Right.
what other error do you think see? Or what else do you think we can do to make our data more useful?
Madam, why is it that some of the dates, the fonts are different? The ones that we can arrange, because if I check through, I see that all of them are not equal.
The font
Is it-
size or type.
Yes. For instance, if you check Sunrise Ventures, check the Sunrise Ventures date, you realize that it's different from Elite Procurement's date, the size.
Are you sure? Okay, this one, let's see. This one is size 11. This is also size 11, the same thing. Or
No, Ken is talking about looking at the last one as compared to the one on top of the last one is 05 20 28 05 25, but the last one is 35 25.
oh, okay.
So he is
This
talking
one I
about
even
adding
wrote
the
zero.
zeros.
Yeah, I wrote the zero, but Excel made it. Give me a second. My battery is going off. Excel automatically made it 5. Give me a second. Let me charge. I'll connect my. Okay. Let's give it a try again.
There's
Custom
one
day
more.
mode.
Madam, one more within. It's still not corrected.
Where? Over here.
Yes.
Okay. Comma cell. Then day month here, right? Still not working. Anyway, but you get the idea. The whole idea is to standardize it, switch row 2 to 7 date perfectly, right? I'll come back to this. We'll find a solution to this. It's not supposed to be like this. Okay, so the next thing I want to standardize is the column D, unit price, right? So we can see unit price 500, 120, but what value is it? Is it 500 cedis, $500? There's no difference between the unit price and then the quantity because they are all numbers. You don't know which one is the actual price. I mean, the title here will give you, the header here will give you the hint that it is a price, but you can actually format it. So you highlight the cells, you format it, and I want to express this as currency. So when you come to number, there are so many things that you can do with the number. So this one is currently at general, it's a general number. You can set it to currency, an accounting function, yeah, and so on and so forth. So let's set this to accounting. And then the symbol, let's give it, can we find Ghana cedis here?
Yes, madam.
Ghana cedis. Let me see, let me take my time.
Madam, when you type, it will come. When you type the GH, it will come.
Are you sure?
Yeah, you type the GH. I have it here. If you type the GH, it will come.
I'm not going to the option to type.
Yeah,
GHC.
I don't have the option to type.
You just type. When you open it like this, just type. Yes. Yeah, the last one.
Okay, this is a lot cleaner.
Madam,
Yeah.
at my end here, I'm seeing currency percentage, use 100 separators, increase the number of decimals, and reduce the number of decimal digits.
Accounting.
Over here.
Yes, yes.
So you can do that. I don't know, it looks so crowded for me. So if I'm working on this, what I'd rather do is I'll put the currency over here. And then maybe move all this. I don't want to express it in Ghana cedis. It's too long. I don't know. So let's say I just want to express it as currency, right?
Okay.
Without the Ghana cedi preceding it. And now we have what do you call it? US dollar attached to it. Which is not USD.
My own is coming pounds.
So let's when you go to currency, the symbol, select none and click on OK. So at least you have a clean accounting figure without the Ghana cedis.
Yeah.
I think this looks a lot better, right? Yeah,
Yes,
the other one was too crowded. Okay. All right. What else can we see? What else? Okay. Look through it and let me know what you can see. Why don't you take a look at
Otherwise, we've added decimals to the figures.
Yeah, you can remove it, right?
Hi, hello. Hello, can you hear me?
Hello, madam. Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, my router went off. I just connected it back.
Right.
Okay, so let me share my screen again. Okay, can you see my screen?
Yes, madam.
Okay. So I was asking what the difference you can see between a late procurement GH and then a late procurement prime source GH. Is there a difference?
Yes, madam. What I'm seeing is the GH for the elite is caps and the prime is caps and small.
No. You can see the same thing apply to limited, Unity Limited, Supply
Yeah.
Chain Limited, and Aquaba Supplies Limited. And then house, right?
Yeah.
You can see that they are not consistent. Some are small letters, some are capital letters. What we want is something consistent. So we'd go in for the sentence case where each word is capitalized. So what we'll do is we are going to insert a new column, right? So to do that, we are going to click on, I'm going to right click. Then when the window opens, you click on insert, right? So you have a column to the left, right? Now what I want to do here is to copy what is over here, right? Let me open another. Yeah, I want 2 cells. Okay, so I created 2 columns because I'm going to copy whatever is in cell C into cell B, right? So in order for me to get it accurately, I'm going to use a function. Last week we said for you to tell Excel that you're about to put in a function or a formula, what keyword does Excel or what key does Excel recognizes to know that you're about to put in a function or a formula?
Equal to.
So we are going to click on equal to, right? And then we want a proper casing. So let's choose proper. We enter proper, select proper, and then before you hit enter, you need to tell it where you want to. The exact location of the cell that you are looking at. So you are looking at cell C2, right? Maybe let's just select cell C2, then we drag. So let's so that worked. Let me take that again so that we are clear on that. So over here, you are going to put in equal to. Then you type the function proper because we want a proper casing. At the moment you start typing, the options will come up here. Then you select. So when you select, it opens a bracket for you. And we want to work in cell C2, right? Cell C2, then we close it, right? Then we hit enter. So let's open it and see. So you can see that it's maintaining the same thing, the proper casing. Let's pull it down to the end of it, to line 22.
Okay.
It's supposed to be here, line 22. The same formula will be replicated over here. And then when you open it wide, you can see that the GH over here, which is capital letter, is now small letter. The limited, which is capital letter, is now small letter because we chose the proper casing where each and every word in the column is it starts with the capital letter. Now, wait, to see the reason why I said within the time we are okay with this, we can claim C, but it will give us an error feedback, and I'll explain why. So let's highlight cell column C and delete. So you can see that it's giving us all the column we have in F is also gone. That is because the column we had over here is relying on the items in cell C that we just deleted, right? Okay. It is referencing it. It is a copy of it. So now that that is gone, it has nothing to reference. So it is showing an error feedback, right? So let's hit Control Z to undo what we just did, right? And right now, let me copy my supply over here and paste it over here in column A. And then I'm going to copy all the items over here. This is the clean version, right?
Yes.
I'm going to copy this. I can copy or I can cut. And then I'll paste it here. But when you paste it, you can see a window opened, right? It gives you the option to either paste like we have just pasted. When you just paste it, it's still referencing the column you copied it from. So when you delete that column, it will also show a reference error. So what we'll do is we are just going to paste the values. You can see paste values, the one with 1, 2, 3. When you paste the value, it solves a problem. So this one is now standing alone on its own. It's not referencing anything. You can check that by clicking over here. And you can see that over here it says what? Apaba supplies. Let's click on B and see. So B, you can see the function we created over here. So if we delete this, let's delete this once again. We'll select it, right click. It's taking so long. Let's delete this. I don't know why it's taking so long. Okay, let me just practice some questions. Okay. Now let's delete this. So you can see that because column B was relying on column C, the moment we deleted column C, it is affecting column B because it was a copy, right? We used a function to clean that. But because over here we pasted it without the formulas, it is still active because only the values that we copied is what we pasted. We didn't paste it with that. So I'm going to delete this one as well because we don't need it. We already have a clean option. Then our data is back to normal. At least it looks like what we want it to. All right. So here we have a tiny little data that is describing like a procurement data. So we have the supplier over here, which is the supplier. Can you see my screen anyway?
Yes,
Hello?
madam.
Okay.
Yes, madam, we can.
Just panic because of what I saw. All right. So we can see the supplier, then the products, the quantity, then the unit price. So let's say we want to calculate total price, right? But we don't want to move it far away. I don't want to come here and calculate the total price. I want to put it somewhere here. So I'm going to click over here and insert a cell. So let's call this total price. So we have the quantity, and then we have the unit price. So if you want to calculate total price, how do we do that? You have an item that costs 500 and you procured 15 quantities. How much will that make? How can you calculate the total profit? This one, there is a primary muscle. Yes.
Now you put in a formula.
Yes.
Equal to equal to C2.
It's got to
Click on-
C2.
Yes, you click
Okay.
on the 15
C2.
times
Yes.
D2.
D2. Okay, let's see. So that gives us what? 7,500. Okay, let's see. If 500 and then 10 quantities, that's 5,000. And then half is 2,500. So 25 plus 5,000. Yeah, that's correct. Yes. And because Excel is a powerful tool and it helps us do things a lot faster, you don't want to calculate for all of them. Come here to come and do the same thing. All you have to do is come to the tiny little green box over here. Then when you hover your cursor on it, it turns into a plus icon. Then drag it down. So it's going to automatically calculate everything for you. So you now have your total price. Is that okay?
Yes, madam.
Okay. So we've seen how we can use basic formulas to add things up. And this is especially helpful if you have like 10,000 rows of data. You can't manually calculate all of them, but with the formula, you just drag it down. Or you can even choose to, over here, it is up to C21, right? So let's say, let's undo it, right? Let's undo it. But first, okay, let's undo it. So over here, I'm going to put equal to. So you have the quantity over here. You drag it down, right? So you can see that I'm giving you C2 to C21, right? Then you can multiply it by D2, D2 to D20, right? And then you hit enter. I've not even hit enter, but it is done. What happened? Okay, C20.
Madam, is D. Is D. Is D
Oh, I
20.
left the D out. Yeah. So yes, to bring the D. And then you hit enter. It should pull everything out. I don't know why my Excel is behaving rough with me today. I'm having reference errors. You remember the absolute reference that I mentioned last week?
Yes, madam.
Yeah, that is why I'm having this error. So you need to lock it in place. It's still behaving this way because you've not locked it in place. So let's try locking that. You have the absolute reference. That is the
The last side.
S. Let's try this. Do we have up to 22? Is it up to 22 or 21?
Yeah, it's only 20.
It's up to 20.
Yes, madam. And also the D is D2 and C2.
It was the work of the reference. So the D4 you saw over here is actually looking at this and this, right?
Yes,
So let's go back and use that same feature again. Let's undo it. Okay.
The figure there is an error, madam. It's 25.
Which figure?
Beneath 120 CDs is 25 CDs instead
Not
of
20.
2 CDs.
Can you mention the address? I don't know which one.
It's Coastal Stationery.
Postal stationery.
It's 25.
Yes, you said it's what?
It's 25.
25.
Yeah.
Which one is 25? Is this
Yeah.
the unit price or the quantity?
The quantity. The quantity is
25.
25.
Okay. That shouldn't even have an impact over here. It shouldn't have an impact over here. So what we are doing is we are going to put in the cell equal to, right? So once to put in the sum of, you can use sum of, or you can use C and then multiply by D, you arrive at the same destination. Then hit enter. So when you come here, it's telling you that it's multiplied C2 by D2, right? You can see C2 by D2. So let's drag it down. So let's come here, and then you can see that here it has changed to C20 by D20. That is because it is multiplying line C20 by D20 to get to the formula over here. And with that, we have the, what did we name this column? Total price.
Total price.
Total price. So we've just calculated the total price for all of them in. No, let's make this one price, total price. Okay, we can call this. Okay, yeah, let's maintain total price. And then over here, we want to calculate how much all these will give us, right? From C to D20. Let's see how much that will give us. So let's say you sold everything. This is what you got for each item, and you want to calculate the total profits, total revenue, right? So let's call this total revenue. I mean, how much it costs you to procure this, so total costs, right? So that one should be costs, and then we can name this total costs. So we have a defining moment. Okay, this one is total price. So we can safely call this one total cost. Let me open this up a bit. Okay. So this is total cost, right? How much it costs to procure all those items. Total cost is equal to you can decide not to put in the their cell addresses. Just push up. Right. Okay, let's give it some. We didn't tell it what to do. So the sum of
Equal to sum of
E2 and
D2.
E2. What is wrong with my internet today? So realize that the total costs, let's put total costs over here. Then we can bolden it, right? So that we know that my laptop is giving strangely today, so slow. Okay. So when you can be no total cost is equal to this, right? So you have a total of 214,430 Ghana cedis, right? So that is a little bit of descriptive analysis. I'm just describing it. What's the total cost of the item, right? Then let's say we want the average. What's the average price?
Madam, what was your total?
Yeah. Hello.
Hello, madam.
Madam, I am here with you.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yes, I heard someone talking.
Madam, it's okay. It's okay.
Fine. Okay. All right. So we found the total price. Let's look at the total cost. Let's look at the average cost. So same thing, I'm going to use equal to sign, but this time we are not summing them up. We are finding the average. So we are going to put the average. And yes, Excel will always give you options the moment you begin to type, right? There are so many things on my laptop that is making my laptop slow. So let's use the same thing. Drag it up and hit enter. So that's the average cost. It means that throughout your procurement, the average it costs you to procure an item or item is 11,285.79 pesos. Right. Let's say you don't want you want a whole number, or you want it running to a figure without the decimal place, so you can reduce it. Sorry. You can reduce it and it gives you 11,000.8. You can even take it further to get a whole number, 11,286.
The total
So you
cost
can
is
either
against,
increase a decimal or decrease it.
madam, the total
Come
cost
again.
is more than the threshold.
It's again.
The
Right.
procurement
Come
threshold.
again.
I'm saying the total cost is more than the
Yes.
procurement threshold.
Total cost for the procurement threshold. This one, it is your term. You are doing procurement, so you understand your terms better. What I
Yes,
should do to
yes.
sum is to sum. So you see, all I'm trying to do is to sum the total costs of procurement, and you are saying it is what? Yes, I'm
Oh no,
interested in
madam,
your
I was
term.
saying that the total figure no, is against the procurement
Mm-hmm.
threshold, the threshold.
So as
Yeah.
a procurement officer and you have this knowledge or this data, what can you do with this information that has been presented to you?
So I think first of all, you need to.
Is someone talking?
Yes, madam. Hello. Hello.
Okay. Yeah,
Please
I can
can you
hear
hear me?
you.
So
Yes,
madam,
I
I'm
can hear
saying
you
that
now.
as a procurement officer, once it's like this, it means that you need to contact the suppliers and then let them know that, let them requote. Or maybe possibly you go through another competitive tendering again and specify the threshold to the suppliers so that
Okay.
they will still be
All right.
doing the.
So even in the threshold, thank you very much for bringing this to life. So you can see that we've not done much, right? The little we have done, we've been able to identify a red flag in there, right? You've gotten an information that will help you to make a better decision. And that is what data analysis is all about, right? It's let's say data business intelligence. You get insights from your data to make better decision making. Okay.
Okay.
Now you
Thank you.
realize, whoosh, you realize, yeah, I thought I was going to add, I have an idea, right? So maybe we can put this into groups, right? So let's call this furniture. We have very little time. And then we can call this stationery, right? Pen packs is stationery. Then desk is furniture. Laptop, let's take it tech, right? Toner cartridges. Is it tech or stationery? Laptop,
Madam,
tech.
are you typing? Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
It was not showing.
Yes, I'm typing. Then filing cabinets, let's call this stationery, right? Stateless stationery. The laptop is behaving some way somehow today. Goodness gracious. Desktop computer, let's call them tech. Whiteboard, stationery, right? Projectors, let's call it tech. Swivel chair, furniture. Extension cords, let's call it gadgets or tech. Okay, let's make it tech for now. Let's make it gadgets. It's not a tech anyway. Gadgets. Pen drives, we can call it tech. AC, let's call it electricals. So let's call the extension code to electrical. Water dispenser, let's call it electrical as well. Keyboard, let's give it tech. Computer device. Then notebook, you can call it stationery. Okay. So we put this into categories, right? Just identify which of them maybe give us the, so let's say put a category. Category. Okay. So what can we do with this? We can insert these into a chart. Oh, goodness gracious, we are far behind time. We can insert this into a chart and see how much items we'll have. We can put them into a pivot table. Right, let's try pivot table. So let's go to inserts. Let's shrunk. My charts are not good. So let's insert a pivot table. So you are going to insert, when you click on insert, any parts of your data. Today my machine is so slow. It has entered already. Let me just delete it and undo it.
You're finding it difficult to see.
Okay. You're finding it difficult to see. I don't know, it's behaving so slow today. I think I need to clean it up. It's got lots of things on it. Okay, so when you click any part of your data and you click on insert, and you go to pivot table, right? A pivot table is used to summarize your data, right? It gives you a summary of your data. So when you click on pivot table, it's going to give you your range. So those are just finding the range of your data, right? Up to from sheets A1 to 20. Then you put it in a new worksheet. So what that happens, what that do is it's going to take a pivot table into a new sheet. This is the old sheet that we started with. We don't need it. Let's just delete that one. So that we can have
Madam, we should put it
okay,
on
so we now have our come again.
all right. We should do it on a new sheet.
Hello. Yes, so yes, select new sheets.
Okay.
I will do a video recording, right, and upload it on the LMS. Time is spent and my machine is also being slow, but let's look at the pivot table real quick. So pivot table is going to summarize your data for you, right? So let's for rows, you can see a pivot table opened over here, right? So you are going to pull supplier, right? And we pull supplier under rows, and then we are going to pull total costs. Let's pull total costs and put that one under values. So it has given you a summary of what each what do you call it, how much is spent on each supplier. I don't think we have a repeated supplier in the, if we did, we would have gotten another figure. So here, even without the, can you hear from me? It says my internet is not stable. Can you hear from me?
Yes, madam, we can hear.
Okay, good. So what we just did was to summarize our data. Even without the total price that we calculated over here, pivot table will still give us the summary of how much we spent on each supplier, how much we gave to each supplier. Right, so that is an example of pivot table. So this one helps you to see which supplier accounts for the highest procurement spending. So let's see, we have them meshed up all over here. We can skim to go through. What we can do is to maybe filter. To see which one is giving us the match value. Goodness gracious, today my laptop is really giving me a hard time.
Hello, madam.
Should it give me a hard time? Anyway. Hi.
Madam. Yes, madam. Sorry to interrupt, but please, your time is up. Next lecturer was around, but because you weren't done, he had to leave. So I'm just prompting you, please.
Okay. Yeah, thanks for yeah, sure. Sure, thanks for prompting me. Okay, so like I said, I'm going to create short videos on how to do this and then upload it on the learning material, learning management system for you so that you can go back there and then revisit it. Right? Is that okay?
Yes, madam, it's okay. That'll be okay.
All right. Thank you very much. And sorry for eating into your time.
You're welcome, madam.